Hi, I'm Harjeet Dhillon and this is Girls Talk. I'm excited to meet with our guest today, Anju Malhotra. She's a successful businesswoman and in addition to that, she's a humanitarian, which I'm astounded by. I'm excited to get to know more about her. Hi Anju, welcome to the show.
Hello Harjeet. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me today, and thank you to NJ Digital TV for having me over here. And yeah, it's a pleasure.
Well, we are really happy to have you here. I know that you do so many things. I had a chance to learn a little bit about you, but why don't you share it with everybody what you do?
Well, Harjeet, I actually, by profession, I'm a realtor. So I work with Remax. And by passion, I have a passion of singing. So I've done my first album in 2015, which was done by Mom Music in Mumbai and London. And at the same time, I have a big passion about giving back to the society, mainly to the poor and children. So that's something which has been very close to my heart from childhood. So my father was a big believer in that. So I always, I guess, inherited that from him, and I've always been very passionate about that.
That's amazing. I really like that, because today's topic, we're going to be talking about pursuing dreams. And I noticed you said that you're a realtor. That's your career choice. But I know it's rewarding in itself. You get to put people into their dream homes. But if you had a choice, is that the career choice that you would have made?
Actually, it's very interesting, Harjeet. We haven't talked about this a lot, but to tell you the truth, I actually came to Canada and I was very young. And I really had not even a desire to work. So, but you know, while you're here, you realize that you're very lonely if you're not working. So I started working, and while I was working, I all of a sudden heard about that I can be good in computers. So I started learning computers, and I went to do computer programming. So this is the career I started with. I was a computer programmer for a few years, and while I was in that, I was told by my system analyst that Anju, you'll be good in sales. And I thought, sales? I couldn't sell a pin to anybody, there's no way. And he said, no, try it out. So he sold me, he actually told me to sell computers. And these used to be mainframes, big computers when I started. And I started going to different companies and talking about it. And I realized that I love meeting people. And this is how that sales really idea came to my mind. And while I was doing that, I realized that my timing, because I was traveling a lot, and it was taking a lot of time away from my family, so I decided that I should do sales, but in something else. And this is how I bumped into financial planning. I worked for MetLife for a few years. And after that, I went into real estate. So it was not really something which I really planned, but it just happened to me. But because I love people, I love being with people, and it just carried on from there. And also what I realized was that being in real estate, why I was loving it so much was because my dream had started to, I had a dream of helping people, and that started to get accomplished as well. So I think I just loved being in that profession.
So being in computer sales, it's quite different to being a realtor, because you're trying to get people's business to buy the computers. Yeah. But being a realtor, people need you to purchase a house. Do you notice this is different, or do you feel it's the same kind of thing?
No, I actually, probably that's why I like the realtor's job better, because in computers you are selling a product. But when you actually work as a realtor, you are selling a dream. It's a dream for people, because they are looking at a home not like a home. It's something they are going to touch, feel, and experience every day. So for them, when I see a smile on their faces, when I get them a house or any investment property, and when I see a smile on their face, it's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling.
I can only imagine. And knowing that you love giving back, it must just make every day worthwhile. And the hard work you put into it, it must be so worthwhile. But had you have been a realtor, because you said it just kind of fell into your lap, the idea just fell into your lap, where do you see your life would have gone, would have taken you, your dreams would have taken you?
That's an interesting question. I think as my passion is singing, I think if I was not a realtor and money was not the issue in the beginning, I would have loved to work as a singer, and also just do shows everywhere, and also to use that money mostly to help the poor, because that is what I do now as well. Any show I do and whatever I get from that show, most of it goes for the education of the children. So it's something I think God has given me a gift, and I feel that with that gift I can help someone, and I like to use that gift for that. So that's what I try to do in a very small way.
Yeah, we're going to try and listen to some of your music later on in the show.
Yes.
If we get some time. But could you tell us a little bit about your music? What inspires you to write? What do you write about? And I know you sing in Hindi and Punjabi, but
Yes.
give me an idea of the songs that you sing, where the ideas come from.
Actually, when I was growing up, I was very intrigued by Asha Bhonsle. So I used to sing Asha's songs a lot, and also I used to write poetry. So I had written some songs which were to inspire people, especially people who have no hope. So I used to write songs about that. But my singing, the song I did, the album I did, was not really my own lyrics. That has come to me from Mum Music. They had the lyrics for a movie, and they were going to record this song for a movie. But the movie never got made, and we ended up doing the audio for the song anyways. So this song particular is done by Mom Music, is their lyrics, their composition. So I have not written that, but I do want to write. I'm writing right now, and I will be recording some songs in this year, which will be written by me as well.
Well, we're excited to see them. So you'll be performing across Canada, I guess? And
yes, I do perform across Canada now as well. I've done many shows. I've done, in Celebration Square in the Diwali Razzmatazz. I've sung there as well. In Lion Gala Foundation, I've sung. Many different foundations have also hired me to sing in their gala events. And also I do a lot of private shows as well. And yeah, the next plan is to go around Canada and start singing in different cities. That will be something very exciting to do.
I'm sure that's possible. One of the things is being a realtor is kind of your dream too, and being a singer, which you are now, is also one of your dreams.
Yes.
And you fulfilled them both. Do you have any other dreams? Because you're giving back as well at the same time.
Yeah.
So what other dreams did you have and do you have?
I think if you talk about the dreams I really have are, or even had, were that being successful in my career. That was my biggest dream. And when I became successful in career, I don't mean by making a lot of money. That was not the sign of success for me. I'll give you an example, because when I used to make a sale and my broker will say to me, Anju, you have not picked up your check, because most of the agents are running, they're looking for the check all the time at the end of it. But for me, it was so important that the people got the house. They're so happy. I was so feeling good with that I would forget to pick up the check. So that was not the priority for me. So I realized that really it is my dream to be successful in a career, not just for the sole reason of money. It's because I'm making another dream come true in that, which is helping people. So I think in one dream I was accomplishing another dream, so which maybe that's why I was guided by God or the higher power to go in that profession, so I can do some service through my profession. So that's one. And same thing goes with my singing. Singing is a dream to me as well. When I was a child, that was more of a fantasy. Now it's become a dream which is achievable to me. So in singing also, when I sing and when I'm singing and I know that this money will give an education of a child for 1 year, that makes it so much worthwhile, and I'm ready to go anywhere at all to sing. So because for me, it's not about just singing my song, it's about making a difference in a child's life.
So both of those choices that you made to pursue your dreams, which we've been talking about, being a realtor and also being a singer, they both make you happy. But in my mind, they seem to be very highly competitive dreams. Did you experience any competition at all? And how did you handle that, if you did?
That's a very good question, Harjeet. What I find is that competition is all in every field. How you look at a competition is important. If you look at it in a healthy way, because if you look at competition and you want to improve yourself, so that is a healthy way of looking at it. But if you look at a competition and you lose your focus and you all of a sudden are scared, or you don't do the things you are doing, then it is not a healthy competition. and keep connected. Just keep remembering that your job is to really make it happen for the people. People are more important than your career if you are in sales. So if you look at their interest, keep that in mind and do the best service possible for you. I don't think I ever really worried about the competition, because there's always, when we go for even any sale, there are 6 other people who are going in it. We are always competing. But you do the best you do, and you give them your strengths, and you do the right thing for them. People can see through you. They can see that. So I find that once you do that, even if they don't buy or sell with you, they will always remember you. And sometime in the future, they will deal with you. So I never really worry about the competition, to tell you the truth. In singing, our genres are different. As long as you're singing from your heart, and I am singing for a purpose. So when you sing for a purpose, I think God also gives you help, or the universe also works with you, and somehow it just happens. So that's what I believe. I think your focus and your intention has to be right, and other things you should leave it to the Almighty.
Wow, I strongly agree with that, because a lot of people get so wrapped up into the competition, they forget where they're going, and they're more focused on what other people are doing around them than to focus on themselves succeeding.
That's
a
true.
really
That
good
is
takeaway.
true.
What you said, it's really inspirational. In terms of that, though, you knew how to handle the competition well, but were there any other obstacles that you faced to get to these dreams to be reality?
That I did. Because what happened was, when I came to this country, I really had nobody here to help me. Of course, my husband was there. When I had children, they were little children, and of course, to leave them and go for your career is very difficult when they're little. So I was having that problem, in the sense that I had to make some kind of a balance. But when you really, without keeping it as making it a problem and thinking about a solution, sometimes things work out so well for you. So what I thought was that my husband was working in the evening, so I couldn't leave my children with him in the evening. So what I started was, how can I do real estate without working in the evening? So the option was go to a commercial real estate. So I started selling commercial just to work during the day. And once my kids were grown, then I started taking residential as well. So I strictly did commercial when my kids were small, and somehow it worked for me very well. So that way, I ended up selling both, and I ended up knowing both. So it worked really well for me.
And it fit your schedule,
Yes,
which is amazing.
It did.
So I'm excited to hear more about your dreams and pursuing your dreams. Right now, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back after this.
Here you go.
चॉकलाटो
असली बात तो अंदर है छुपी।
बिस्कोनी चॉकलाटो, इसके खास कुकी में है छुपी रिच क्रीमी चॉकलेट।
बात तो है इसमें।
ऐसी ही बात है तुम में भी।
छुपी है तुझ में जो बात दिखा दे अपना वो अंदाज।
बिस्कोनी चॉकलाटो, it's special inside.
रंग वाली भरम वाली व्यूज वाले भेल वाले कराची वाले खैबर वाले लाहौर वाले और पिंडी वाले इन शॉट पूरे पाकिस्तान वाले चिली के हमत वाले कैंडीलैंड चिली।
मैं हूं जहांगीर खान, स्क्वाश कोर्ट का चैंपियन, लेकिन रियल एस्टेट इन्वेस्टमेंट का चैंपियन मोहम्मद कामरान हुसैन। मुझे उन पर यकीन है, आप भी करके देखिए।
जहांगीर खान और हजारों क्लाइंट्स का चहेता मोहम्मद कामरान हुसैन। रेजिडेंशियल प्रॉपर्टीज और इन्वेस्टमेंट्स दोनों के लिए ही सही मशवरा, सही फैसला। मकान जिसे आप अपना घर कहने में फख्र महसूस करेंगे। मोहम्मद कामरान हुसैन, 4163185264।
This is the world of internet. You have everything on your computer and mobile screen. If you wish to promote your business through internet, especially to perfect target market, then you have just one reliable name, NJ Marketing, offering various marketing solutions like social media marketing, telemarketing, email marketing, search engine optimization, graphic designing, web designing and development, and mobile application development. So call now at 647-824-1485 or email at njmarketing15@gmail.com or log on to njmarketing.ca.
Exclusive multi-designer studio specialize in wedding planning services, bridal wear, casual party wear, jewelry, shoes, purses, dupattas, men's and kids' clothes. You name it, we have it. Some of the Pakistani designer labels we carry are Semi-K, Agha Noor, Sana Safinaz, Anas Abrar, Zainab Shutani, Wahaj Khan, Fatma Khan, and many more. Parahan, sheer elegance. We believe in quality service and best price.
You can contact 9075 Derry Road West, Unit Number 1, Milton, Ontario.
Hi, I'm Harjeet Dhillon. Welcome back to Girls Talk with my guest, Anju Malhotra. Hi again, Anju.
Hi.
So, talking about pursuing dreams, I'm curious to know, did you receive a lot of support from loved ones, family, friends, community members? And if you did, could you tell me a bit about that?
It's really interesting that when you are pursuing anything, when you see your own career, your family has to support you. And my family also supported me as much as they could. But there are certain situations you just have to really get over. As I said before, that my children were small and I had to make it work in a different way. But otherwise, yes, I got support from my husband. As far as community is concerned, community basically, if you're clear about your goal, and I think that if you tell them what you do and you are very clear about that and why you are doing it, then community also supports you. And I think if they really don't, it really doesn't matter, because the goal is yours. It's your dream. So really you have to pursue it, regardless of community, anybody supports you or not. So that's what I think.
I agree with that too. If your dream is, if you have good intentions with your dream and you want to do good things with your dreams, you shouldn't let anybody stop you.
Exactly. And sometimes there are circumstances which can make you maybe change it a little bit, maybe slow it down a little bit for you. And you do have to have a balance at home as well, because you cannot choose career over children. So you have to create that balance, and whatever sometimes is slower, the pace is slower, but it doesn't take you away from the dream. It is still there. You might get there a little bit longer. It might take you a little bit longer, but you'll get there.
So just work with what you have and make it work.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that advice. One of the dreams that you're pursuing that we haven't talked about yet, we haven't touched upon, is that you're a co-producer for a movie called Death Certificate. Is that correct?
Yes. Again, as I have mentioned before, I'm very close. It's very close to my heart to help others, especially poor people. I really feel what they go through. As much as I can. I'm not in their situation, but I feel what they go through. So when this movie, somebody had approached me about this movie because it has a humanitarian subject, and I was approached about it. It had to be released in North America, or rather brought out to North America, and they needed funds for that. So also the post-production work was to be done on this movie. So I invested in that because I liked the really subject of the movie. And it's called Death Certificate, and it's directed by Rajaditya Banerjee. And it's actually written in Jharkhand language. which
in,
is
in what language?
Sorry, Kuramali language,
Okay.
which is it was filmed in Jharkhand, but written in Kuramali, which has becoming an extinct language now because nobody speaks that language anywhere. So, but it's translated in English as well. And so that movie shows a struggle of a poor woman who lives in a remote village in India, and she how much struggle she goes through when she's trying to find her missing husband. Her husband is actually somebody who gives water on the railway station, and he goes missing. And it shows you what she goes through, the little things which we take for granted in life. This movie shows you, brings you to your attention that how a poor person struggles for every little thing, every step of the way, to find just a small piece of paper. You know, the corruption and the red tape and the inhumanity of people she has to face to get something, information even. It's very, very mind-boggling. So I was very touched by the movie, so I decided to bring it to Canada. I have other two people in it with me, and one of them is Anuradha Chatterjee and Kamini Singh. And this movie has already won film festivals, and few film festivals. One is in Australia, one is in UK. And now we have submitted it in Toronto as well. And let's hope what happens with it next.
Good luck with that. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I mean, the concept of the story where this woman has to face all these obstacles, while her husband is doing something good for society, you think that people would want to help. I mean, don't ruin it for me because I'm excited to watch it. But how long is the movie? Is it considered a short film or is it more of a feature film?
It is a feature film, Harjeet, and it's going to be shown soon. We can't really say that yet because if the film festival chooses it in Toronto, then of course they are going to be showing it. And it has already been shown in India, now in Mumbai, in the Third Eye Asia Festival. And we are hoping that it will be screened here in Toronto. And we have also submitted it in Montreal. So hopefully very soon we'll be able to announce that it is going to be screened in Toronto.
It sounds really amazing. I'm so glad you got involved in that.
Yes.
You didn't mention it as one of your dreams, though. I'm wondering, do you feel like another dream that you didn't know you had
Yes.
has been fulfilled?
I think that's exactly, you just said it. This was not something I ever even thought about. I've always been interested in writing plays and doing plays and one day maybe making a movie, but I never really knew how would that be possible. So when this project came to me, I was very excited, and now I'm thinking of making some more films as well. So on again humanitarian subject if possible, but making it more of taking it more to more commercial films. This one is very much like a film festival film, and it just talks about this subject and just takes your totally just blows you away how that woman is facing all kinds of problems. So I want to bring it to the world because the films are the medium to bring real problems to the public. And if we don't show films, people will never know that somebody's even facing that. So then we cannot do anything about it. So for me, it's my dream of helping people is coming, also happening through this film, and also that I'm bringing it to people's attention, and maybe they will join us in doing something about it. So this is where it excites me to do films like this.
Well, yeah, I definitely think that I see a change happening when people learn what's going on in the world that they're in. It does inspire people to make a change. The movie was written ahead of time when you were approached, but do you know if it's based on real life events or if it's purely fictional?
It's definitely not fictional. Something like that, I think poor families are facing all the time. Only thing is that when we are here, we don't even think about that because our lives are so comfortable. We have no idea how a person, like let's say even on a station, there's no water to drink. I mean, there's a dead body and there is no morgue to put the body in. We never even think of those things. And when you see films like this, it tells you, that humanity, we have globalized the technology, but when are we going to globalize humanity? That's what this movie is all about. It just brings you to your attention that we have gone to the moon, but the little things in the world, where in the remote village somebody is facing a small little problem which is a huge for them, and we are not doing anything about that, is really a shame.
Yeah, it definitely is, especially because knowing that your dreams is to help, one of your dreams is to help other people, and then you see that people are just taking things for granted and not helping when they can. That's why I find what you do so inspirational, and it's very inspiring to know that you give back. You use your own time to give back and contribute your efforts towards all of this. Where do you see your life headed? What are your goals and what do you hope to achieve?
Harjeet, to be honest with you, I'm very small, really a drop in the ocean. I wish there were many people thinking about these things, and I'm sure some are. There's so much more we can do for the world. We cannot sit in a corner or sit in a room and be comfortable and not think of the people who are unfortunate or underprivileged, because it's not happiness when somebody is suffering and you're happy. To me, I think when everybody's happy, it makes it even better. It's more fun, it's more exciting. So that's the dream, that one day nobody will be poor. Can I do this alone? It's very difficult. I hope that people will join hands and do any small project or anything at all to help these people. Like one of the projects I do every year is a dry groceries we buy as a Christmas gift for the poor in India, and we get together and we all put money in and we go and give them groceries for 1 month, and it just gives them a break. It doesn't change their lives, but it just gives them a break. And when I started that project, my idea was that if every family, whoever comes to us in this particular event, they do the same, then we can spread this into thousands of people. And I have that dream that one day I'll be able to do that, that I do that, and whoever comes there, they also do that in their home, invite people, take money, and then give it to the poor. And that way we can reach many people. Right now we are only limited to less than 100.
Well, increasing awareness by supporting this movie is something you're definitely going to do. Also, I wanted to say, I don't know if you've heard a few expressions such as be the change you wish to see in the world, or actions speak louder than words. A lot of people say they want to do good, but their actions don't stand for it. Some of these, they strike such a resemblance to what you do for the community and people. What is the expression that you live by?
I actually, this is very nice expression you have actually just said, but I've always said, and it's even all over wherever I write anything, is live till you die. For me, living is living every day, every moment. Our life is full of experiences, and every new experience we do every day, that adds on to our past. And whenever we sit and think about the past, if our experiences are good, even the past is also good, and even the future is going to be good. So to me, a lot of people they just live like dead people while they're alive. So I just feel that every moment you just live like a child. You explore it, be excited about it, do something different, do something new. And every day when you do something different, it's something you have good memories, you have good experiences, and that makes a life very happy and interesting.
I really enjoyed talking to you, and I'm really excited to watch some of your singing and to learn more about the movie and hopefully get to watch it. And I'm sure that we'll cross paths soon again. It was really lovely having you on the show, Anju. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Harjeet, for calling me, and thank you everybody for watching us.
Thanks for watching Girls Talk on NJ Digital TV. See you next Tuesday at 9 o'clock.